Hey, here we are. Another night at the Ace Cafe. It's Thursday night. It's going to be 7/13/17. Right now, JD's out filming, so I'm going to start the show without him. And Mark is somewhere long and gone, and he'll be here a little bit. And so I hope Adam will be here also. So, first of all, beautiful night here at the Ace Cafe. Thursday night is bike night. Cannot beat it. It's early in the evening, so in a little while we'll show you how packed this can be. But let me talk a little bit about what happened this week. I should say last week. 4th of July, they had something here that was really, really wild. So I'm going to roll some footage on the 4th of July, and you should have been here. So what are you saying there? Are you ready? Let's roll the 4th of July. All right, let me tell you, what a great time it was here for the 4th of July. That was our first 4th of July, and it'll be a memorable one. I got to tell you, the Ace Cafe, they put on some great shows. You got to keep going to their website, checking out what's going to be on for that week, and then come on down and enjoy yourself. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a shot out into the parking lot right now. It's early, but I'm going to start showing more clips and more clips out there of what's happening at the Ace Cafe Thursday night. Now, the second Wednesday of every month happens to be Trike Night. And guess what? We're going to come back, and when we do, we're going to show you some Boss Hoss trikes, all the V8s that we shot a little earlier, and this was in Daytona for Bike Week. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, yes.
Hello, hey, welcome another edition of Cycle Beaver TV.
Yes, sir.
We got Gil, it's been a while, Gil.
We got Mark here, of course. Mark is
again.
always the man.
How you doing, Gil? Glad to see you again.
How you doing, folks? Glad to see you here
I'm just
tonight.
happy when I can keep up with him.
You
Get
remember,
this thing rolling, then. JD, the V8 trike show, the motorcycle trike show that they had at Daytona. Remember that particular show?
yeah, that was filmed on Beach Street, the former Harley-Davidson dealership right in Daytona Beach. And these trikes are beautiful bikes. They really have a heartbeat, and if you haven't ridden one, you really need to give it a ride.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good day because there was a line of V8 trikes, probably what, 40, 50 long.
At least.
And these guys had really nice jobs. Paint jobs were great. But what I remember most, unfortunately,
I know you remember. We got a phone call, what, 3 in the morning?
Oh, I was upset. I took off. I flew my drone. I'm flying over everything. We got beautiful footage.
You're the man with the drone. I love to see you with that
fried.
drone. I mean, you do a fabulous job at that.
I got home and for some reason I couldn't get nothing off that card. Yeah, let's roll it. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's see what it looks like.
All right. Wow, I remember that bike week. It was so hot. I had to literally go underneath a tree to take a little rest.
It must be Florida then.
And Hank was working as hard. We were filming a lot, and it was really, really hot that day.
I was going to say,
I was hiding from you guys.
I remember turning around and thinking, man, I'm going to get out here. We need to find JD. These guys are getting ready to take off. The bikes are starting up, and I look over, and he's over there laid down on our tree. But you felt comfortable, didn't you?
Yes, I did feel comfortable.
Yeah. So I tell you now, we film a lot of this stuff with these AE Magic Cams, and I think you were getting ready to tell us something about those
Well,
earlier.
basically, yeah, the AEE Magic Camp, they're our sponsors. As a matter of fact, we have some footage on our sponsors, so why don't we show that now?
Yeah, let's see that footage. These are great cameras.
Let's do it. Yeah, very nice cameras.
Hey everyone, if you wonder what we shoot with AEE Magic Cams, and right now they got them on sale for $129.99. Just ask for the Cycle Fever TV special. Call 1-800-969-7473. Don't forget, ask for Cycle Fever TV special. Get your AEE Magic Cam for $129.99 plus shipping. Don't forget, Cycle Fever TV special.
Well, we're back. I got rid of those other guys. I'll tell you what, I turn around, next thing you know, the bell rings, and we're ready to go again. Now, we had JD, we had Gil, we had Mark, and they talked a little bit about the V8 trikes. And we're going to try to get that group to see if we can get them to come over here to the Ace. Because when they come roaring in, let me tell you, everything echoes. Windows are going. It is unbelievable. Absolutely. Now, the guy I got next to me is kind of a neat guy. Mark McHugh. Now, I have no idea what to call you outside of when I first met you, you told me you were the chief gearhead?
I'll go with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
You're the guy where the buck stops here, if I'm not wrong.
Say that.
Okay. We started meeting you back in 2015.
Yeah.
it's been a long road.
Yeah.
And now you can start smiling a
Yeah.
little bit. For all those naysayers that said
Yeah.
it will never open, we are open.
We're here. We're open.
See that sign?
Yeah.
And we're going to go out and shoot the parking lot tomorrow night. They got a band. Do you have a band tonight?
Not a band tonight.
Not one tonight.
No,
Okay.
just good rock and roll tonight. Bike night here. We're excited to be open. It was a great bike night last Thursday.
Wow, I'll tell you what.
know?
They start coming at dark if you've noticed.
Yeah.
They don't
yeah.
want their mother to know they're out.
So
That's
it's
what
a
the
late,
thing
it's a late night crowd here in Orlando,
It
right?
sure is.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit, and I know the history of the one in London because
Yeah.
it got bombed out, and then they,
Yeah. World War II.
yeah, and then after the war, people could afford cars, so it kind of went downhill, and
Yeah.
then they opened it up one night for a rally, and they had a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And now they're global, I guess is the
So
best one.
right, really, in the 50s and 60s, kids would listen to American rock and roll on one of the first jukeboxes in England at the Calf, and they would work on their motorcycles out in the parking lot, and they'd race from cafe to cafe. They call it a calf over there.
Okay.
It's really where the whole cafe racer term was coined, was at those cafes and at the Ace back then. And then it closed in the late 60s, and then 30 years later, Mark Rosemore, who was a horse-mounted policeman at the time, but a rocker at heart, decided to do a rally in the parking lot of what was then the Ace Tire Store.
Okay.
And he put flyers out and expected maybe 800 people to show up, and 8,000 showed up.
Wow.
And the light bulb went off, and he continued to do that event year after year, and it grew and grew, and finally he pulled some people together. They bought the property and the building, and they resurrected the Ace. That same event now is called the Ace Cafe Reunion, and draws as many as 200,000 people from 40 countries, 40,000 motorcycles for a whole weekend. On Sunday they drive to Brighton Beach, where you have that many people. It's amazing.
Wow.
World's coolest motorcycle event.
Well, you know, Mark Stone, one of our guys,
Yeah.
was just there last week.
Yeah,
and
right, I saw the pictures.
He's got some footage he's going to
Exactly,
put together
yeah.
for us, and that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So, you guys decided you were going to bring it here.
Yeah.
You came and it's a challenge, first of all, because you had a building that's 100 years old.
Yeah. 3.
And I tell you, every time I would come in here, there would be another inspector going, I don't
Right.
think so.
Every time you open a wall, we found a new
Oh.
challenge.
Well, it is open. I got to
Yeah.
tell you, it is really, really neat.
Thank you.
What can people do? No, I've like last week, you were so packed in here last week
Yeah.
with people in the building
Yeah.
that weren't bikers
Right.
that we had to come out here. And now we kind of like it out here
Right.
now.
It's nice.
Tell us a little bit about the events if somebody wants to put something on, how they can go
bet.
about it.
You know, we try to be a home to anybody that's passionate about bikes, cars, rock and roll, and we've got a lot of space here. And so we have room throughout the building. I mean, like the stage, this whole upper second level here, where people can do a private or semi-private party. They can reserve Harry's Bar after Harry P. Lou.
Yeah.
So Harry P. Lou owned this.
Right, I
who
saw
was a
some of the
big,
pictures.
Orlando philanthropist, and so, or they can take the gallery. The gallery is gorgeous. You've been to the gallery. We have vintage motorcycles and artwork that are from motor-inspired artists from around the world. So lots of little pockets and corners. The backyard is going to be open later this year. There'll be a full-blown beer garden with their Oklahoma Joe's barbecue opening up. So
Okay.
lots going on.
So now that you brought that up, and I noticed like there's a fence back there.
Yeah.
Is that where is that where like Oklahoma Joe's is going, and is there anything else going on back there?
Exactly. So we're building a 6,000 foot, well, really an 8,000 foot with the kitchen barn. We're resurrecting the barn that used to be there, you
Yeah.
know, using some of the old parts and pieces. In fact, we took the old barn wood and made it into our tables here.
Just like
these
this, yeah.
tables right here. And then we're building this probably 1 acre beer garden back there. It's got bocce courts, probably 60 taps, and then we'll have a stage back there that we can move around, and then we can open up the back and actually extend the parking lot all the way back to Robinson back there.
I tell you a neat thing about this place. The train goes by here.
Yeah,
Now
every 30
that-
minutes
oh,
at least.
That is the neatest thing. We'll be talking, all of a sudden the train will be going back. Oh, there's the train.
Shake the whole
Yeah.
place, right?
But it's great. I
Yeah,
mean, it
it's fun.
adds the atmosphere.
Exactly.
I got to tell you, I know that you've got some vendors that are in here in the
Yeah.
building. Can you tell us who some of them are?
Yeah, so Magic City Cycles will be opening up in a month and a half, or it'll be a BMW motorcycle dealership.
Okay.
What it'll be. And then Dionysi's open right now.
Right,
Of
we've
course,
been in there.
Yeah, Dionysi's got, and then Eagle Rider, we're doing a joint venture, so you can actually pick up or drop off your motorcycles through Eagle Rider operation that we're going to do out of our rocker shop.
Okay.
So we own the Rocker Speed Shop. That's where we sell our Ace gear and Red Torpedo and our leather jackets and lots of other kind of cool stuff. Got some cool artisan items there that's kind of motor inspired from different artists that we found, and so their items are for sale, but you can rent a motorcycle and drop off
That's-
here. So
That's
gonna be fun.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, if you come here, the gallery he's talking about is on the second floor, and if the room's not rented out, you got to go in there. There's all sorts of great pictures. I don't know
Yeah.
where you got all those pictures
Yeah,
from.
we got 8 different artists from around the world.
Really?
Yeah, photographers like Michael Lichter. We have Michael's work, Scott Jacobs, David Jewell, Endo Mikado, who paints with the chopsticks.
Oh, we got him.
Oh.
We filmed him out in the parking
Isn't
lot.
that amazing?
He is.
And we've got his work in here, and Paul Natkins, a famous a rock and roll photographer, because music's a big part of our whole
Yeah.
heritage, and we do a lot of live music here. So we got a lot of Paul Natkins work, and some of this amazing sculptor by Ullman as well. And you saw some of that sculpture is incredible.
Where did you start your business interest to get into this type of business? What did you do before?
You know, I started a pizza restaurant when I was a sophomore at University of Kansas. And expanded into a little pizza chain, you know, and so I've kind of always done the entrepreneurial thing, put the corporate hat on for a while.
Yeah.
And I got a call from a friend of mine who was at Sturgis at the time. And this is 7 years ago. And he was oversaw the merchandising for Jack Daniels. And he called me up and he said, "Have you heard of the Ace?" And I hadn't heard of the Ace at the time. They were sponsoring a custom bike show. And Googled it and just fell in love with the brand, the authenticity, what they were doing over in Europe. And then the adventure started, the journey started at that point.
Got into
Here
your
we
blood?
are today.
Yeah. Oh, outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, for anybody that hasn't been here, you got to come. You got to explore. Bring your family. I'm going to tell you something that I like, and I really do. I love your Saturday and Sunday brunch.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Oh,
Yeah.
and the prices. I mean, I expected that if I went in here for a brunch, I'd be spending $30 to buy a
Yeah.
brunch. What is it? $18.99.
Yeah, 19 bucks.
19
Yeah.
bucks. So for 19 bucks, you can
Yeah.
come in here, eat as much as you want. Now, I don't know if this, you'll have to fill me in on this. If somebody doesn't want a brunch, can they buy breakfast?
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Okay.
'cause some folks are just here for the cars or the bikes, and they can get a sandwich or something. So we got a menu for that. I mean, we're really as passionate as I think you've come to know that about our food and our beverage as we are our motorcycles and our
Yeah.
cars and our music. You know, so we take great pride, make lots of our stuff from scratch, our own sauces, our own dressings. We actually make our own ginger beer for some of our drinks. So
Really?
all from scratch.
Well, I've had almost everything. What I haven't had is your meatloaf yet, and I hear that is outstanding.
Bad out of hell
But-
meatloaf.
But I hear that it takes like 3 people to eat it.
Pretty much. So bring a couple friends.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll bring you to
Yeah, all right.
you and Steve, and we'll see who
I'll
can eat
help
the
you
most. All right. Well, folks, there it is. If you ever come by and you see Mark, tell him the good things you like about it, and if there's something that you think that he
me
needs to
know.
know, let him know, because he's open to anything and
Absolutely.
everything to make this place a huge success. It's on its way. You got to start coming. If you haven't heard about it, hey, we're going to tell you about it. So hang in there. Mark,
Hank, thank you.
oh no, thank
All
you.
right.
This is our clubhouse, guys.
Right
We
on.
love this place.
Right on.
Hey, man, that was a good interview with Mark and Hank there, but I think now he's going to be pestering Mark all night long.
Yeah, probably more than likely. Yeah. So now we're going to move on to
Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday, right?
Is the year 2000, 1999, something like that. And Hank,
Biloxi, Mississippi.
yep,
I think
and
it
who
was.
was it? Hank and
Bill.
Yep,
Young.
yep,
Bill
Bill
Young.
Yep.
Two school teachers going on a countrywide trip on the motorcycle and ended up in Biloxi, Mississippi.
And they went out on a schooner or something.
They went out on a schooner and they met a guy who was building these boats. I think they're called schooners. Is that what he said?
Schooners, yeah.
Well, my pronunciation is as bad as the guy who built those boats, because when Hank was talking to the guy, he told the guy, well, we from Psycho Fever TV. And the guy says, you're a psycho? And so he mistook the word psycho, C-Y, for the word psycho, you know, like, anyway, it was a little joke that Hank had with this guy.
I got to admit, it's happened to me before. They say Psycho Fever, Psycho Fever, and that's psychofevertv.com. So let's go ahead, let's do this Throwback Thursday, because we still got to find Bill. I guess they said when he went out on that boat, he never came back yet.
Bill, it could be, because Bill was a funny guy.
Yeah. All right, so let's see that video.
All right.
This is one of the small towns along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. It's called Pass Christian. There are numerous towns along this coast, and almost all of them have their heritage and history based along the seafood industry, along the sea. A lot of these old-timers, they make their livings on small boats, anywhere from 15 feet to maybe 40, 50, 60-foot trawlers. They may hand-tong oysters, or they may trawl for thousands of pounds of shrimp at any one time. They may stay out 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 hours, as long as it takes for them to earn a living.
Realizing that this was a bit of a stretch for Hank, I took him to a museum to learn a little more about the seafood industry.
Hey, Bill, the Seafood Industry Museum, I'll bet you I can get all the seafood I need out of here.
Not quite, but I tell you what, if we go on in, I bet we can find somebody who can tell us all about the seafood industry on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You know, it helped put this place on the map.
Everything we need to know is in there?
No, the person who knows everything that we need to know is in here. Let's
Let's go in. Come on.
Look at all the old stuff in here, man. This place is incredible.
Look at the artifacts. This is something else. And look at this.
I love this thing. Look at this, man.
Hi, how are you today?
Hello, I'm Hank Knapp. Who are you?
I'm Robin Cron, Director of the Maritime and Seafood Industry Museum here in Biloxi.
This is my sidekick, Bill Young.
Hi, Robin. How are you? It's good
Nice
to
to
see
meet you.
You're in charge of all of this?
Yes.
Wow. Tell us a little about it. This is kind of neat.
In the museum, we kind of touch on base on the crabbing industry, the shrimping industry, and the oyster industry as well. We talk about blacksmithing and especially about our schooners.
Looking at all the boats made Hank and I kind of nostalgic for the good old days when we were going to sail around the world. You know, before we were married. I had a chance to speak with Jesse Borg, a model maker who told us how quickly he learned from a friend.
He told me, he said, we're only going to put the bow, the keel, the bow stem, and the transom. He said, that's it. I said, oh, come on, Bev. I said, we have a lot of time. It only took us a couple of hours to do that. He says, no, he says, that's all. He said, if you want to learn, he said, that's all I'm going to show you. So, okay, so I come back home about a month later. He told me, he says, if you don't know by now, he said, you'll never learn. I went down and opened the trunk of the car, and I came out with this one. He says, I don't believe you. I said, well, there it is. I said, now believe me now.
So you jumped ahead a few lessons.
Yes, yes. Well, you see, I had it on my mind to do it.
How long would it take you to produce a model of this caliber, on an average?
I'd say right now about a month, maybe a month and a half.
And how much you selling for, Jesse?
I wouldn't sell them, no sir. No, sir. I had a lot of people make off it, but I never really sold any big ones, no sir.
Jesse also wove nets and even had time to give me a little lesson.
Go around the little finger underneath this one, and this is what you could call the mold. The mold is everything, which this is your mold here. When you pull it tight, you're going to see right here a little figure 8. Then you remain pulling and the loop is complete. And it's very easy. Of course, you're going to say it's easy for me because I know how. I've been doing this here since I was old enough to learn how to talk. When I first learned how to talk, my mama used to do this at night by a kerosene lamp or a candle. And us kids, before we go to bed at night, we had to go kneel down by her feet, say a prayer or two, think about the Lord, then we go to bed. And she'd be doing this here, and that's how long I've been knowing how to knit a net.
Well, I want to know, was your mom making nets, or was she just crocheting or
No, so
knitting?
she was making nets.
She was making nets.
For my daddy to use to go to work.
You know, I love looking at all the old artifacts that are in here. You know, driving up here, we saw a lot of new type of shrimp, crab boats and stuff, and the power industry is kind of really taking over the industry. But I think what Hank and I really were looking for or expected when we came to Biloxi, we were kind of looking for the wooden ships and the iron men who sailed on them.
Well, I have just a thing for you. You can take a step back in time and go sailing on one of our authentic replica Biloxi schooners. We have 2 of them. They're 65 foot in length. We offer charters 7 days a week, 12 months out of the year, and you're just in time. We'll take you sailing.
Terrific.
Can I drive?
Sure.
We're going. Will you
Wait
go
a
with us?
minute.
Sure.
All right.
You're driving?
And you can help raise the sails.
Yeah, you do the
It's
work.
all manpower.
I'll do that. I can do that.
There'll be a lot more of Bill and the Short Guy when Cycle Fever returns.
Hey, you know, that was a great place to ride, but it's a shame what happened there, you know? Yeah, it is. The hurricane that they had that year, the particular year called the Katrina, that was a sad thing. It did a lot of destruction. It was wiped just about everything there around. Just about everything out there. It's a beautiful country up there, so we're getting ready to go to a break, but I got to say one thing, you know. Did you see Hank swimming with them dolphins? Hank, the only way he can swim is by walking. He only goes in the water was... I don't think he was swimming with the dolphin. I think the dolphin was carrying him. So, so let's go ahead and go to break. Somebody's signaling something, but I don't know what they're signaling. The honcho's over here telling me what to do.
Hey everyone, if you wonder what we shoot with AEE Magic Cams, and right now they got them on sale for $129.99. Just ask for the Cycle Fever TV special. Call 1-800-969-7473. Don't forget, ask for Cycle Fever TV special. Get your AEE Magic Cam for $129.99.
We're back at the Ace Cafe, and we're wrapping up the show, and I'm going to start out my shout out with the Ace Cafe. Thank you for your sponsorship, and we really do appreciate your support.
And I'm just going to say Hank and John's with us today, and they're on camera, so we're going to let them do the rest of our sponsors. Go ahead, guys.
All right, Jay Myers Insurance. He's one of our
Michael Dosey.
Michael Dosey, right? AEE Magic Cam. I just bought one. It was phenomenal. $129, $10 shipping. I couldn't believe all the accessories that came in it.
The cameras are amazing.
I was amazed at it. I was like, what? They gave me the wrong package. But it was pretty awesome.
They waste so much money on GoPros. Nothing against GoPro. They have a good picture, but you get the AEE Magic Cam, $130. You get a camera, you get the waterproof case, you get the carrier, you get to zoom in, zoom out, which they don't do. You just can't go wrong with them things, man.
All right.
And then last of all, who's our most important one on
Most
there?
important, of course, is the USA
payroll.
USA payroll. So once again, make sure that you join the adventure and enjoy the
See y'all
ride.
next week.
Cheers. Hey, wait a minute. You guys taking over the show?
We're done.
I'll get out of here.
Yeah, it's over.
Nice.
Next.
Get the hook.
It's a wrap.